Construction Alliance of Ontario, and a big shout out to all our labour partners, Neil and everyone from the Iron Workers, Local 721, thank you, and Mike and the workers from International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 793, and Jack, what a champion this guy is too, from LiUNA 183. So thank you, everyone. And of course, Joe, thank you for coming today. I think you have a bright future in politics, but man, you let the rubber hit the road. I wouldn't quit your job to get into politics, by the way. And of course, all the incredible members here from the local unions, thank you for joining us today. I always say, we can't build Ontario without you, our members, our workers in the skilled trades. And here in Ontario, we've embarked on the most ambitious capital plan in Canadian history, investing over $185 billion over the next 10 years, and I know that number is going to grow. Together, we're building new hospitals, schools, long-term care homes, energy, municipal water projects, and thousands of union workers here in the GTHA are on site building 5 new subway and rail projects. Folks, we're spending, and that's the largest in North America, by the way, we're spending over $80 billion on transit. And unlike previous governments that failed to invest critical transportation infrastructure, we're getting shovels in the ground for new roads and highways. Highways like the 413, friends, as you've heard today, Highway 413 is going to be a game changer for the region. You know what I love about this stat? Not only does it create thousands of jobs that we'll talk about in a minute, but it's going to reduce the travel times by 30 minutes. I know the minister said that as well. 30 minutes each way, saving drivers up to an hour per day and 5 hours per week, and one of the most congested corridors in North America. And Joe, you mentioned it. This isn't the end of it. We're going to continue building highways and roads, and we have more exciting announcements to come. And today, I'm thrilled to announce that construction on this highway will begin in 2025. And so where we're at, we're already starting field work and land acquisition that will help make sure we get shovels in the ground on time. By mid-May, we'll be hosting a market-sounding event with key private sector experts to discuss ways to move construction forward quickly and efficiently. We've begun planning for the release of the first early works construction contracts as we work with our labour and industry partners to create good-paying jobs for Ontario workers. And folks, I just want to say how excited I am about what Highway 413 is going to mean for everyone, our members, people in this whole surrounding region, right across Ontario. It's expected, this is what I love, it's expected during construction, this project will support 3,500 jobs each year and add $350 million to Ontario's GDP. We're going to need, and this is just a fraction of them, I'm probably missing one, this is about 1/10 of the people, but here we go. We're going to need drilling and coring contractors, concrete and steel workers, utility contractors, environmental specialists, heavy machinery operators, and I could go on and on and on, just like Marco Ameto, 2 young people here today. Where are they? That's all right. They're here somewhere. I met them first at Queen's Park years ago, and they were young and they had aspirations of getting into the trades. This is our first week on the job, and we're going to need all hands on deck to get it done. Friends, we made a promise to the people of Ontario that we would build highways, homes, and infrastructure that our growing province needs. Not just Highway 413, but the Bradford Bypass, Lassonde Expressway down in Windsor, Highway 3, Highway 1117. You see construction on every road you go on, every Highway 401, QEW, but we're going to keep building. The Ontario line, which is the largest transportation project with the 4 other lines in North America, Better Go service, and other projects across Ontario. And friends, today, announcement shows that we're keeping our promise, that we're getting it done. And we can't do it without you, our great members, our great workers across the province. Once again, I want to thank all of you, all of our union partners, our hardworking women and men for joining us today. And we look forward to building the 413 and to build Ontario. Thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario.
We'll now go to reporters' questions. If reporters could please line up with the microphone behind me and identify yourselves by name and outlet. It'll be one question and one follow-up. First question.
Where are we going here? Okay.
Hey, good morning, Premier Colin DeMello from Global News.
Hi,
just a shout out to the construction workers who are standing in the rain. Sorry, guys, we'll try to keep this quick.
Yeah, they're champions. Thanks, Colin.
Premier, a question about Sean Webster, who's heading up a new office in Ottawa. What is he going to be paid?
Well, I'll get that figure, and I'll be very frank. I don't know off the top of my head. I leave it with the Chief of Staff to determine the salaries, but Sean's quite experienced when it comes to private sector business and government. He's going to do a great job advocating for the people of Ottawa and all 444 municipalities when they come into Ottawa. And I know the trades are in Ottawa yesterday, and some police associations were there, but many other organizations. I can tell you, you have a home. And it's not just Sean, but we have some Ontario Provincial Service folks that are in Ottawa to advocate to the federal government, and it's long overdue. We should have done this, and other governments should have done it years ago.
Thank you. We've been seeing a trend across the United States, Montreal, BC as well, with encampments on university grounds, specifically related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. I'm wondering what you're prepared to do in this province should there be more of these encampments or any encampments that are popping up on university grounds. Do you have a message for those people, and is the province prepared to act in any way?
Well, you know, I have all the confidence in the world in our university and our university security, our university police. You guys, don't interrupt some students' graduation. Don't interrupt the students from learning. And, you know, we just support our students. So let them learn, and just don't cause any problems there. That's all I ask. Everyone should be living peacefully. I can't stand all this conflict. I just hate it, to be honest with you. We live in a province, 110 nationalities, or 110 nationalities from all over the world, 200 languages being spoken. I could walk behind me and I could see the League of Nations, everyone working together, living together, and they're just absolute champions. So this is a place around the world that you can come here, and it's very peaceful and very diverse. So we need to get along. Can't stand conflict like that.
Good morning, Premier. My name is Manan Gupta from Road Today, and welcome to all the dignitaries and labor union leaders on this historic occasion. My question is for Minister Piccini. You know, this region, Peel region, is known as the logistics capital in Ontario, in Canada, but unfortunately, we have also seen rising incidents of wage theft in many of the upcoming industries, especially in the logistics industries. You being the Minister of Immigration and Labor, what kind of efforts are being made to stop that abuse so that young workers, those who want to join the industries, they can be ensured with fair practices? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. First, I want to say, obviously it goes without saying, as we create these incredible infrastructure projects, create the conditions for economic growth, we want to make sure that the workers doing it are protected. We have some of the strongest occupational health and safety measures in all of North America, and I'm pleased to say, and I'll tease it and break it with you, but I'll be introducing next week measures in the legislature that will make Ontario introduce the toughest measures under the Employment Standards Act regarding wages to protect workers, to protect their wages, and that sends a clear message to any employer that would undercut wages to the workers, that you're not welcome in Ontario, and that we recognize that an Ontario that doesn't work for workers doesn't work at all.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. My follow-up is related to the job-ready future. You know, recently there has been many changes in the international student program, especially impacting colleges and universities here in Ontario. So how is your ministry aligning with Ministry of Colleges and Universities to bring in job-ready courses so that our youngsters are, again, supporting the economy?
Well, I'm excited that you mentioned that. As the Premier's always said, you know, if you want to work, as so many who look to Ontario to seek a brighter future, if you want to work in this province, you're welcome here. And we've launched the largest skills development fund in Canadian history, over $1.5 billion that are helping people earn better jobs, bigger paychecks. And that's helped countless number of workers. You know, in fact, I look behind me and I see Skills Development Fund. I've been to some employer appreciation events in Grimsby just the other day. I saw firsthand the equipment helping workers. I've seen programs like Hammerheads Youth Program in Toronto, you know, building up. Some of the incredible programs that I've seen targeting racialized workers, people from socioeconomically disadvantaged backgrounds, ensure that they have access, jobs into the trades. And you know what? Many of them are behind us today, proud members of these labor unions and earning incredible jobs, providing for their families. So we'll keep doing that, making sure we provide the skills and opportunities for Ontarians of all creeds, color, religions.
Thank you.
Good morning, Premier. This is Nitin Chopra from Prime Asia TV.
How are you?
Thank you, Premier.
Thank you.
Without highways, we cannot move forward. That's sure. And there were so many up and downs to get this highway. There were so many controversies. Did you take all the opposition parties on board? They might be happy with this development because, again, without highways, without infrastructure, as we have more immigrants coming into this country, without development, we cannot move any further. So opposition parties are on the board? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for that question. We knew it was popular as anything. We ended up winning every single riding in the 905. One of our number one promises was building the 413, and it gets people from point A to point B. You know, there's only a couple people that were against building the 413. Bonnie Crombie is against building the 413. She was against giving better paychecks and better jobs to these hardworking people. And she's on the wrong side of this. It's very simple. And then Marit Stiles is another one, you know, that doesn't believe in building. We believe in building. We're going to be investing over $185 billion in infrastructure throughout the entire province. There's one thing people love to see is hospitals getting built, schools getting built, long-term care getting built, highways, roads, and bridges getting built. That's what we're going to do, and we're getting it done. And I'm very grateful for the team that has showed up today. And this is just a fraction of them that are going to be building the transit system throughout the province here.
Premier, recently we had seen the biggest gold heist here in Ontario in Canadian history. Our police forces, they catches the criminal, but before they do a press conference, the criminals, they were out enjoying their gem life. We had seen same for the extortionists also. Yeah. So recently, Field Services Board, they wrote to the Justice Minister. Our Mayor, Patrick Brown, he used to write the letters to Justice Minister, but now situation is, recently he had to go to Ottawa to get the scanners. Is that not too late to act? Because with the car thefts, we lost $1 billion annually every year. Yeah. In last 5-6 years, we have not got scanners. We have not got changes in criminal code. We have got no bail reforms. So whose accountability is this? And is that not a mockery of our system when we see these revolving doors? Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And I just have to correct you. It's the second biggest heist I've ever seen. The biggest heist was when the Liberals were in power 15 years. They took billions and billions of dollars out of people's pockets. But as for the people that did this big gold heist, throw them in jail. And I just have to remind everyone, the federal government controls the criminal code, but a lot of these people that are kicking in doors, putting guns to people's heads, you know, the heist alone, keep them in jail. Don't give them bail, and then it might deter them the next time around when they decide to go steal someone's car or kick the doors in and violently terrorize neighborhoods. I have zero tolerance for it, and that's the reason I always say we're going to make sure we have judges that are tough on crime, not judges that will let people out, not once, not 3 times, 4 or 5 times, to repeat the crime again. Thank you.
Hi there, Alan Hale from Queen's Park today. This morning, Toronto Police Chief Myron Demkew apologized for his comments in front of the courthouse after Umar Zamir trial where he said that he and other officers in the police service had been hoping for a different outcome. He now acknowledges that was inappropriate. And I'm just wondering what you think of that apology, and considering the concerns that have been raised about police conduct or testimony in this trial, and how the judge saying that they might have possibly colluded in their story, which didn't match the physical evidence. What should be done to help raise confidence in the impartiality of the police from the provincial level?
Well, I can't comment on the chief's words, but I can tell you it's a very sad situation what happened on all fronts, including Constable Northrop that isn't here with us. I had an opportunity to speak to his family many times. My heart breaks for them. It's a sad situation, and hopefully that will never happen again. But I can tell you one thing, I support our police 1,000%, and I'll never waver from supporting our police.
Milton, your PC candidate Milton Zihamid told voters a few weeks ago that he had dinner with you where you two discussed the Campbellville quarry, and you promised that the project would not allow it to proceed. Hamid said that, quote, "Last night I went with the premier for dinner, and I asked him what should I tell them, and he said I'm going to keep my promise. It's not going to happen." Is that story true, or did Mr. Hamid mislead Milton voters when he told them that?
No, Mr. Hamid didn't mislead anyone. We're fortunate to have a great candidate, I should say, like Z. We're out there door knocking day in and day out. It's in front of environmental assessment right now, and then after the EA is done, we'll sit down with the community. But I always believe if communities don't want something, then we don't do it. If they do, then we move forward with it. But let's sit down and get the EA done with. But I am so blessed to have a candidate like Z in Milton. He's doing very well. I've never went door knocking with a candidate, and I've done a lot of door knocking, that every single door knows who he is. And Milton needs a loud voice down at Queen's Park, and I'm confident that he's going to be successful on Thursday, and he'll have a seat down at Queen's Park representing the people of Milton.
This will be the last reporter.
Good morning, Mr. Premier. Jamie with City TV. Going back to the keffiyeh ban, you're seeing it spread to other places, other events. The House Monday, the NDP are also talking about having some sort of protest with the keffiyeh ban, about the keffiyeh ban. Is there something you can do to trump this and prevent this becoming a big issue everywhere?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks, Jamie. You know how the House works down there. The legislature is run by the Speaker of the House. He makes the decisions. He's made that decision, and hopefully he's going to have to deal with it one way or another. Do you know what I want to focus on? I want to focus on building Ontario. I want to focus on building the roads and the hospitals and the schools, and get the economy moving even quicker than it is right now. That's what I'm focused on. That's what the people want to see, and that's what we're going to do as a government.
Yeah.
That's it? We're good?
One more.
One more. Okay.
And Mr. Premier, last night a serious accident happened on the 401. Everyone believes, or all the indications, it was a police chase. A rented van was involved, oncoming traffic. 4 people have died. First of all, police chases always end up being horrific accidents if they continue. Your thoughts, and can we move forward on this police chase and just have them banned?
Well, thanks, Jamie. My heart goes out to the family, and my condolences go out to them. It's heart-wrenching when you see everyone from a grandfather to a little baby that lost their lives because someone decides to rob a liquor store and go on the other side of the highway. It's a tragedy, and we're going to do everything we can to equip our police that there won't have to be high-speed chases. And one of the reasons we're getting helicopters for police agencies around Ontario just to support them. But this is a tragedy, just such a sad situation for the family. And that's what I have to say on that one. But anyways, folks, let's continue building Ontario. I appreciate all the members behind me, the Labour leadership that's showing up today. This is going to change people's lives, and we're very, very grateful. As we say, let's get her done. Thanks so much. God bless you.
We've been listening to Premier Doug Ford making an announcement in Caledon, announcing that the construction on the building of Highway 413 will begin in 2025, saying it's going to create thousands of union jobs and will contribute about $350 million to the provincial GDP.